which is always my mantra, right? I'm always talking about advanced bookings because I think that's the best way to save money. That's what I call Aloha Spirit. It's a world championship. It's 32 miles to cross the channel from Molokai to this part of Oahu on the east side. Aloha and welcome once again to another episode of the Hawaii Vacation Connection. My name is Bruce Fisher. Thanks very much for checking in. We got a great podcast for you for this Friday, March 25th, 2011. This is our 452nd podcast, and it is a wonderful day in Hawaii. It's actually Prince Kuhio Day. It's a Hawaiian holiday, and people really have the day off today, and it's a good thing they do. It's a beautiful day here, so let's go right outside and take a look at our crater cam. This is shot looking from the east side of the island of Oahu, and that is Diamond Head in the background there. We've seen a lot of wind the past few days. It's dying down a little bit today, but we expect that the winds will be getting a little bit lighter through the weekend. So hopefully it will make for a great Hawaii vacation. Still gorgeous. I mean, blue skies and all of that. Water's warm, temperature's warm, so nothing like that to worry about, that's for sure. So hopefully you're headed out here and you'll be here real soon. Remember, we do podcast listener questions every Friday, and that's what we do today. And we got lots of questions, so if you have a question for me, please email it to me for the Friday show. And you can do it by emailing me at bruce@hawaii-aloha.com. So we got a lot of questions here, so let's get right to it. First one comes from Sean Tom, and he's asking, how much do hotels generally charge for internet access? Great question. Now, most of the hotels are providing internet access free in one form or another. It's sometimes included in their resort fee. But for the ones that do, the average price is about $10. Now, I've seen it as high as $15 a day. This is per day. And that was at the Hilton Waikoloa. They have like the most expensive internet access. All of the Hiltons do, actually. And $15 is kind of steep. Now, sometimes you can go for a shorter period of time, like by the hour, but that ends up costing you more money in any of these. But sometimes you'll also find that maybe they don't have internet access available for free in the room. They definitely have it in the lobby. But most hotels are going that way, because it doesn't really cost them that much money to provide internet access. And they've done a lot of surveys on this, and they found that the thing that people dislike most about hotels is that they nickel and dime them for services that are really free or that should be free. So hotels have compensated, and they're doing a little bit better with it, and a lot of times they're just having the resort fee but including more things in the resort fee, because for years they had resort fees that didn't include anything. So that's a great question. Hopefully that helps you out. Next question comes in from Carol Gilmore, who wants to know about the trolley. She'd like to know where it goes and why it's such a big hit with people who are coming to Oahu. And that's a great question, and I think it's a hit because it's just a great way to get around Waikiki. It's cheaper than a taxi, and it's a lot less confusing than a bus. And they provide a direct link between the hotel district and a lot of the shopping, historic, and entertainment destinations in and around Waikiki. Now, there are several trolleys that you'll see down in Waikiki. Some of them are actually private charters that people are renting out. Others are specific trolleys that go to specific places. Like there's a trolley that will take you from the hotel district just to Hilo Hattie's, and there won't be any stops in between. And then there are 3 different trolley lines. One is the pink line, and that runs at the end of Waikiki near where the zoo is. You can pick it up there, and then it'll take you all the way to Ala Moana Center. And it goes and it snakes its way, through Waikiki, so you get a chance to kind of do some sightseeing on the way. And you can see where a lot of the hotels and stores are located. Then you'll also see down there the red line, which will take you to those historic districts, like I was just telling you. It's going to take you to the state capitol, Iolani Palace, and also it goes over into Chinatown. You get great food in Chinatown. And then finally, the third one is the green line, and that takes you to the zoo, the aquarium, and that goes along Kapiolani Park. And by the way, it's a great view of Diamond Head. And you can get on and off at any of these stops. And because it's open air, you can snap photos and just have a relaxing time along the way. So hopefully, Carol, that helps you out. Another question comes in from Cheryl Strickland. She is a Facebook friend, and she says, she's asking, what would you say I should see while I'm on Oahu or Maui in November, something that nobody else will see. So, this comes into play a lot with us because we're in Hawaii and, you're coming to us and you want a unique experience. And usually when we get questions like this, these are great questions to get. And here's my answer to you. And it may not be something that a lot of people think to do on their Hawaii vacation, but I really highly recommend Voluntourism. Now, if you don't know what Voluntourism, it's actually going to a destination, and they've started doing it in a lot of destinations, and doing volunteer work, which also gives you exposure to the local population, the local culture, and also it allows you to see things that tourists don't normally see. Now, some of the actual hotels provide voluntourism. The Sheraton on Kauai, for instance, has a thing with the Sierra Club where they do a monk seal watch. Now, monk seals are rare in Hawaii, and they're an endangered species. And if you have an opportunity to do that and to witness one of these coming up on shore, it's an amazing thing. And to be able to be part of that with the Sierra Club is also a great thing. There's also several beach cleanups, and you get to go to beaches that, quite frankly, only locals would go to or know about. And they are more remote beaches or beaches that need, to get, to have these cleanups. Well, we're just about out of time. That's going to do it for us. Don't forget to tune in next Tuesday. We do this every Tuesday and Friday. This podcast is available on our podcast page. We put it up on YouTube as well. And you can also catch it on iTunes. If you have an iTunes, please subscribe to the podcast. And also give us a comment if you can on iTunes, and let us know how we're doing, if you like the show or not. That's going to do it. I hope you have a great weekend wherever you are, or day, wherever it is, right now, wherever you are. And that's going to wrap it up. For my beautiful wife, Yale, for all of us here at Hawaii Aloha Travel, we'll say aloha and mahalo. We slowly